So as we head for losses for the week after a strong start to the year, what could this tide change forebode for the first half of 2023? Let's get right to the floor show and our traders, Keith Fitz-Gerald and Dutch Masters. Dutch, we had a great January. Now what do you think is happening here? What's in the market psychology and what moves are you making?
Well, we've been long, Liz, and it's good to see you. We've been long for most of January and February here. We're not short now. We actually just cut back quite a bit and went to about 2/3 cash. I think we want to wait out the CPI number and kind of see where things go. It's really up in the air right now, and
why?
I have to tell you
why
that,
the indecisiveness? I mean, to see that the S&P has crossed the unchanged line 59 times today alone.
Oh, it's just terrible. I mean, it's really what you talked about earlier, which is the narrative flipped within 48 hours from, oh, the rates are going to be slowing down and the Fed's going to slow down, to the Fed's going to probably hit the gas again. And it's really got some people kind of spooked out. Now, if the market's holding here, which is good, but, you know, how long is that going to last? We really don't know. So we had to kind of go to the side a little bit.
Okay. And Keith, as I understand it, you're on the sidelines as well. You're waiting for bigger money to come and lure you out into the play action here. But tell me exactly why you feel that way at the moment. You're not ready to come in.
Well, sure. So one of the greatest secrets to the big profits in the marketplace over time is you pick your bets very carefully. For me, what I like to see is somebody sell despondently, a la Sir John Templeton, the late Sir Templeton, and then I want to see somebody put money over in the corner of the room, at which point the value is so low, I'm simply going to walk over and pick it up. That hasn't happened today. What we're seeing is this constant back and forth action. That's the computers duking it out. That's the short-term traders. That's noise about the CPI, the Fed's next move, but it does not disturb the long-term business case for owning really quality names, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, really quality names at this point? I mean, after Uber's great note and number and report for its quarter, now Lyft comes through with a completely opposite picture. How do you know what's a great company? What are your metrics that you look for?
Well, very simple. I look for must-have companies as opposed to nice-to-have companies. Both Expedia and Lyft are nice to have. You can either take a journey on your feet, which is something you must do if you want to get from A to B, or you can take a car, which is nice to have. That's Lyft. Expedia, same thing. You can take a travel trip, or you can have a nice-to-have travel trip. A company like Apple, Microsoft is very, very different. They're still putting numbers up on the table. The economy is moving beyond Lyft and Expedia, which is what people are beginning to understand. So I'm going to go from 0 to 1, not N+1, as Peter Thiel would put it.
And Dutch, you like to buy on days where things are down, and I see the Disney CRM, Salesforce, which had pretty decent sessions until the closing bell yesterday. Right now, they're the big laggards on the Dow Jones Industrials. We can show you the heat map at the moment, and at the very bottom there, you can see Salesforce is down about 3.9%. You've got Disney down 2.25%, a little bit of a hangover here after activist investors pile in. Where do you see the potential?
I really like the high quality stocks, and I totally agree that you've got to go big now. CRM, Salesforce.com, Microsoft, NVIDIA. I mean, yeah, there's some volatility in there, but the must-haves are winning. You're seeing misses out there that are a little concerning to us. You know, as you mentioned with the Lyft or the Newell Rubbermaids or whatever out there. The market's really narrowing and putting us right where we want. Now, where's the big money going to go is the question I keep asking. And the big money really is going to power into the highly liquid trade like water stocks like a Microsoft and an NVIDIA and a Salesforce.com.
Okay. And I do have to push you, Keith, because everybody's been talking and certainly turning their attention toward Tesla this week. Tesla's been an interesting mover here for the week. It's up about 13.6%. For the year, it's up 60%. You going in here? I know you own it. You piling in?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to, again, what I want to see is I want to see the weak money get forced out. Days like today do that because people can't make up their minds. Wall Street knows that, so they push everybody's buttons. The weak hands leave, the strong feed on the meek. So Tesla's a great name that I want to buy more of. I probably don't own enough shares at this point, but I think, Liz, the thing goes back to $300 if there's even a hint of a power up in the spring.
Okay, well, there's a hint that we need defense stocks. Certainly right now, as the Pentagon says, it has shot down yet another flying object. I know you're long some of those. Keith, quick comment on this as we put some of them up. General Dynamic, we're talking about LMT, of course, Raytheon.
My two favorite are LMT and Raytheon. You know, I think the United States is going to have to rebuild defense. The key here with China is that it is exceptionally dangerous right now. They are trying to bamboozle the West, and we are being played like a $2 fiddle. We need to re-engage our thought process, be very selective. It is an exceptionally dangerous time for us to engage. That defense stocks are a logical beneficiary.
Really fast, Dutch. You like any of these? LMT, if we can put it up, because that one's up 2% as well.
We do like the defense stocks. We like LMT. Yes.
Okay. All right. See, thank you, Dutch. Nice and precise. Gentlemen, happy Friday. Thank you so much.
Hi, it's Keith here. Thanks for checking out today's highlight clip. What'd you think? Did I make sense? Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment down below. And of course, click subscribe to keep up right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email newsletter at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and a whole lot more.